Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio.
Welcome back to another edition of WrestlingHeads Radio. I am Skits, and I am with Oscar, and this is another episode of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood Week. What a week, huh, Oscar?
Yeah, hey, we're in the middle of it. We're not ending this thing yet, and it ain't over yet.
Yeah, yesterday it was pretty fun with Tito, and now today we have another guest, huh?
Yes. But before we introduce, I'm going to let our listeners know, if you're familiar with Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, then the name I'm going to announce, you're very familiar with this gentleman. He's currently the Santino's champion from the Santino's Showcase they do over there in the Santino's Academy, which you could check out at Ustream this Friday for free. You know, nothing hurts to watch free wrestling. The name I'm going to announce, you're going to know it, and his name is Che Cabrera. What's going on, Che?
What's up, brother? How you doing? Thanks for having me on, man.
Hey, we're going to thank you to, spending your time with us and, join us into this show, and we're just happy to have you on, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I know you guys wanted to do it sooner, but, schedule conflict and all that, but we're doing it today.
Hey, yeah, it's all good,
It's getting done, though.
Yeah. Before we keep going with the show, I just want our listeners to know that if you have a question for Che Cabrera, you can always hit us up on Twitter at WrestlingHeads, or you can call us up at, give a number, Skits.
At 760-454-1107. So call us up. Don't be shy. Don't be scared to talk some wrestling here.
Yeah. Don't be shy. Let's get this started, shall we? Do you want to start, Skits, or shall I give him the first question?
Go for it.
All right, Che, I want to ask you, let's just say, how did it all start? Like, when did you decide to become a professional wrestler, and where do you got trained at? Like, I'm assuming it's at Santino's, right?
Yes, it is. Let me tell you, of course, everyone, every wrestling fan dreams of becoming a wrestler, just, never really knows where to start, so, let's say around age 19, I was going to join the Air Force and all that,
okay.
And, I had nothing going for me, so I went to go live with my uncle for a little while, like in Murrieta near San Diego, because he's a Marine and all that.
Oh, okay.
And lived there for like 2 weeks, with him. And I got homesick, right?
Yeah.
So, and San Diego is like 2 hours or less,
Yeah.
Not that far of a drive from like Los Angeles or the Valley, whatever. And I got homesick.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, like, you know what, if I'm getting homesick just 2 hours away, I don't even know where the Air Force would send me, somewhere like in freaking South Carolina, North Carolina, I'd hate it,
Mhm.
So that's when I decided, fuck that, I ain't going to join no military branch or anything like that. It just wasn't for me,
Yeah.
And, I was getting in shape with my uncle or whatever, because I was a little chubby guy. Just eating whatever I wanted. And then came back, to my hometown and all that. And then I just, how he helped me with running every single day, I just kept that, and started trying to get in shape, and all that. I didn't really have any plans. I just wanted to work out and see. Obviously, the back of my head, I did want to wrestle, Like I told myself when I left my uncle's house, I got to end up wrestling. So I didn't just want to come in, out of shape and all that. So eventually, you know, I was 19 right there. Around 3 years later, like at 22, I befriended a guy at my gym at Powerhouse in Chatsworth by the name of Austin Draven. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was at Championship Wrestling for like a good while as
okay, I remember.
Or W or M, one of those dudes, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, so I befriended him at the gym because I knew he liked wrestling, you know, wearing his shits and all that. And then he told me he was going to start wrestling or training-wise, you know, with Rick's Racing out like in Sherman Oaks, I believe, right? And, you know, eventually, you know, whatever. He invited me to, like, his first match. You know, I didn't get to go, but he did. When I asked him about it or whatever, he told me he ended up wrestling some guy named Joey Chaos, right?
Joey Chaos, yeah.
Yes, I didn't know a Joey Chaos. I knew a Chaos, you know, from XPW.
Yeah, XPW,
you know,
yeah, that's how
exactly.
I started watching him.
You know,
yeah.
And so I saw pictures from his show, and then, you know, it was a whole different look for Chaos, you know, the long black curly hair, you know, and all that. It wasn't the same Chaos I remembered, but it was Chaos, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, so I thought to myself, like, damn, like, I didn't know he was still, you know, doing it or whatever, you know, because the show I went, or that he did was Dungeon Championship Wrestling, which they used to run out of Newhall, you know. And, okay, so maybe like a month or two later, he invited me to his second match, which was like a 4-on-4 tag match. And he told me Chaos was going to be there again. So, you know, of course, you know, I wanted to go support my friend and all that, but I was really going, you know, because I wanted to see Chaos. Mm-hmm. You know, so I went to the show, saw the whole show. That was my first independent show. You know, I honestly didn't know where they would run, you know what I mean? And so, like, I went to the show, you know, saw Chaos there, and, you know, the inner kid in me, you know, that would always, you know, watch XCW Saturday nights, you know, on that local LA channel, whatever channel it was on, was, you know, was fucking excited to see him, you know? And so after that day, you know, I added him, like, on Facebook, Twitter, and all that. And then I want to say that was April 2011. So then, you know, I befriended him on, you know, like, social media and all that. And then, you know, he would start posting things, you know, about a beginner course starting in June, you know, from, like, Mondays and Thursdays from, like, 7 to 10. You know, and I thought to myself, like, you know what, like, I don't do anything during that time. You know, if I work, it's early in the day, you know, and all that. So I said, fuck it, you know, like, it's really now or never, you know, and I knew of the Santino Bros Academy because, like, I've gotten flyers when, like, I would go to, you know, the WWE shows, you know, like in Staples Center and all that. But that was like when they were in Norwalk. I had no clue where really Norwalk was, you know what I mean? But I knew where Bell Gardens was when they moved, you know. So, you know, went to go pay my down payment and all that, waited till June, and then started training in June 2011 and really never looked back, you know. I just wanted to see if I could do it, you know, like I wanted to see what it took, you know, to become a professional wrestler, and, you know, I think I'm doing a pretty good job at it.
No lie, we had some ex-WWE stars on the show and TNA guys, and that's a very interesting story. You know, this is probably the best story I heard since I joined the show, and, yeah, it's pretty cool, and, yeah, it's a very interesting story.
I wish I would have started younger, you know, but, I guess it was just meant for me to start at 22, you know, and, you know, not being a stupid-ass young kid, you know, already, you know, had my common sense and, like, being smart about everything and all that, you know.
That's cool. Yeah.
And the best thing is, like, you know, like, they accepted me, you know. Like, I felt like right off the bat, you know, so that's always good.
That's good. Skits, were you going to ask him something?
Yeah, I know you mentioned that you were going to go to the military. Is that how you got your gimmick? You know, because your gimmick's kind of like the military guy, kind of off of that.
No, not really. It had nothing to do with me going to the military or anything. I was just going to join the military because I really had nothing going for me. I just felt like an easy way out, just to get money and all that, But as far as my gimmick goes, this comes down to, let's see, I believe it was the second show that Los Angeles Wrestle League was going to run.
Yeah.
LAW.
Yeah.
Okay, so before that show, I was just simply going, at Hollywood I was just going by my name, my real name. And but like other shows I was going by head, because that was my nickname in high school, and I said, fuck it, that's all I got right now, So, I was like, fuck it, who cares? I mean, obviously, everyone knows, the size of my head and all that. It's not the average size.
Yeah.
But, so then, not only do I train with, like, Chaos and, like, Robbie Phoenix, but, Los Luchas also train there, and, like, I've been training with them for, like, just as long as I've been training with Santino's, So, Phoenix Star from Los Luchas, told me, that he wanted to wrestle me, for the LAW show. But he wanted me to have a name, He wanted me to have a name. So, right after that training session or whatever, we were a couple of weeks ago from the show, I guess, or whatever, and I was talking to Chaos and, just trying to figure out a name, because, I mean, honestly, that's probably the hardest thing. Out of everything in wrestling, you want a name and, like, you want to stand out. So pretty much we were having a little discussion or whatever. We didn't have any direction, He just asked me like hey, who's that guy that everyone wears on the shirt, the face, or whatever. And I thought right away, I was like, like questioning it, like, Che Guevara, And he was like, yes, and then I was like I could use my last name then, and like I was like Che Cabrera, and then like it just clicked right there, and I thought about, wearing the whole thing that he wore, his beret, the cigar, the green jacket and all that, and it just fit,
Yeah.
It just fit, like.
By the way, I love your gimmick, by the way. I love when you come out with the cigar and it's smoking, like it's fucking sweet, but I definitely enjoy that. Thank
you, brother. Thank you. I mean, I don't like smoking the cigars, but, it's a good visual. Because I get cotton off from that, when I'm about to wrestle, so not always good, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool, and I remember when I was at San Francisco, my cousin's boyfriend was smoking one of those, and he was like, "You don't want to try those. Trust me, you don't want to try those." So I was like, all right.
Yeah. And then there was that first LAW show, and then like a lot of people liked it, a lot of boys in the back and all that, and then from there on out, I was, Che Cabrera.
Yeah, man. I remember we had Joey Ryan on here a while back, and also Brian Kendrick, and they spoke real highly
of me.
They talked real highly, basically about you, saying that you're like soon to be the future. So.
Oh well, damn. That's good to hear. You got to link me to those podcasts, man, so I can listen to it.
Yeah. All right, we'll send it to you.
Joey Ryan
definitely
spoke highly about it.
Yeah, he
did. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just wrestled Kendrick, too, like 2 weeks ago, and it was fucking awesome.
That's when we had Kendrick on. We were talking about that match. Well, it was before when that match happened. He was having this show coming up, and we were talking about it, and it's his own school he's coming out with, and that's what we were talking about when we had him on here a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear, man.
Real quick, did you want to take any calls? Because there's actually a caller that's been on hold for a while.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right, 818, you are live on WrestlingHeads Radio. Who's calling? 818? I guess they're scared to talk, but it's all good. Put them back on mute.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 818.
Yeah, if you're listening, call back or try to get back
They never hung up. They never hung up. Right. They're still there. But
all right.
Go ahead.
All right.
The next question.
All right. Well, I guess I'll ask the next question. Just right now, Skits just said that when we had Joey Ryan and Kendrick highly praising you, like, check out this guy, we'll look out for this guy. Why do you think they're telling us that? Like, why they're telling us, not just only us, but fans, like, hey, you got to watch out for this guy?
Honestly, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Because, like, it surprises me, like, I just go in, do my thing, and, I have confidence, or whatever, but not like that, or, I guess maybe because, I don't have that many years under my belt, and, like, I'm doing a lot of things, I guess,
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to do everything I can do, because that's what Chaos always tells me, is, like, get the fuck out of L.A., travel everywhere, get on anything as much as you can, and, like, I try to do that, and, like, it works, so, like, and I train every week, so, like, I wish I knew, honestly. I wish I knew. You should have asked them, man.
All right. Well, next time we see Joey Ryan, I'll ask him. All right. Go ahead, Skits.
Yeah, my next question, because we all know that you work with Santino's Championship Wrestling in Hollywood. Do you have any goals set for any other promotions that you like to do some work with that you haven't got a chance?
Yeah, I want to go up north. I've been up there a few times. When Devil Mountain was running up there. I want to hit up what is it? APW. I wish I would have hit them up sooner, so I would have, like when Roland Alexander, was still running things, and just that old the garage, from Beyond the Mat, Like,
yeah.
I wish I would have hit them up sooner because, that's obviously out the question now, especially since they don't run there anymore, so. But, I need to travel more, I go to Vegas, I go to Arizona, I want to go, East Coast, I know there's a lot of things East Coast or Midwest, CZW, my goal is to make a living out of this, and,
yeah.
Right now, obviously, I'm not, but I'm trying, so as long as I make a living out of this, then, and if that's making it to the WWE or not, I just want to make a living out of this, a job, like, what is it, like 9 to 5 or whatever, that's not me,
Yeah.
I tried college and all that, that's not me either, so, wrestling, that's me, so hopefully I can make a living out of it, if it's going to Japan, Mexico, anywhere where I can make a living.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, you're doing a damn good job right now.
Thank you, brother.
Out here in SoCal. So hopefully another one of these other spots can definitely see your talent, and you can get a call up maybe, somewhere in the Midwest or the East, and you can show your talents out there too.
Oh yes, I mean that'd be awesome, man. I mean, that's what the goals are. You know, is like to get flown places. You know, get flown out of the country. You know, and all that travel. You know, while doing what you love so much. You know, and if I could travel and wrestle at the same time, then you know I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Before I ask my next question, Skits, is that 818 caller still online? You want to give it a try again?
Try one more time. 818, right. Besides Che's number, 818, you're online. Talk to us. Hello, 818.
Hi. I was just wondering if he's ever had sex before a show.
Whoa.
Oh, God. No, I have not, because I need my testosterone fully loaded when I go out there to wrestle so I could be aggressive.
Yeah, I do watch you. It's fun to watch.
Thank you.
Well, okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
We'll put you back on mute.
What number was that?
818-779.
Whoa! Should we give out the number out? Should we give the number out like that?
I'm just giving the first three numbers, not the full number. 818-799.
Okay.
He probably knows
who that is. You know that person?
I figured.
Okay, hold on. Is that who I think it is?
I believe so.
Oh, okay,
Maybe.
okay.
Yeah. So obviously, right? Obviously.
All right. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, my next question I want to ask you. I noticed that when I first started watching you on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, your mic work, I kind of noticed that your mic skills was kind of similar like Scott Hall's character in the WWE named Razor Ramon, which we all know, we all familiar who Razor Ramon is. I noticed that you started using the same words he kind of used. I'm not saying you're ripping him off, but you're using like Chico and all that, this slang, and then later on you kind of adapted to now you started using like Boppy and all these other slangs. My question to you is that did you sort of kind of use the Razor Ramon mic skills, and then later on you adapted to, you started making your own mic skills?
Oh, of course, man. Like, of course I portrayed a lot of Razor, you know? I mean, like, he was from Miami, and come on, like, his whole deal was, you know, all these interviews he always says is, you know, he pretty much was like Scarface, you know?
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, I try not to do it so much, you know, just because it's pretty obvious, you know, who I'm copying or whatever, you know, but it's just so hard as well, you know, like, to come up with a whole different, you know, Cuban thing, you know? Yeah. Because, like, I mean, honestly, I was just a whole bunch of different Spanish words, you know, and with somewhat of it.
Are you actually Cuban, or are you just playing a Cuban guy?
What do you think, man?
I don't know. You could be anything. I don't want to say you're Mexican or anything.
We'll let them believe what they believe, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna say you're Cuban then.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I mean, I don't have an accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have an accent from the Valley. You know.
Yeah.
It's really hard. So, you know, I just try to say a whole bunch of, you know, Spanish slang. You know, even if it's Cuban, even if it's Mexican, you know, whatever. My goal is just to say a whole bunch of Spanish words, you know, while insulting my opponent and all that, or the fans and all that, you know. But of course, you know, Razor Ramon, you know, used a lot of his stuff, you know, and just because nobody was doing it, you know, nobody does that anymore. You know, there's really no character like that or anything anymore. So it's like, hey, no one's done it, like, obviously since him, so
yeah,
I'm going to try to throw some of his swag into me.
Yeah, it's cool that I see a little bit of Razor Ramon in you now. Now you're talking about that, like, instead of you're walking out with a toothpick, you got a cigar, so that's freaking...
Exactly.
I noticed that, yeah. All right, sweet. All right, go ahead, Skits.
Big fan of you and Sasha as a tag team. Any chance... All right, first, before I ask that question, my first question is, how did you guys, pair up as a tag team, and is there a chance that we can probably get you guys, at the tag team in AWS to get a run at those titles? Because I think we need some competition over there. What do you guys think about that?
Well, when we first got together, when I was barely bringing out Che, he obviously, liked, the whole character, the whole gimmick and all that, especially because it fit with him, with Russia and, like, Che Guevara, how they were allies and all that, communism and all that. And we never got to do it at Battleground where he wanted to do it. But, I think there was talk at Hollywood, that I was going to have, like, a group or whatever, and he was, like, first on the list, because obviously he was the first one that I brought in or came in, whatever, And then right then and there when we started tagging on TV and all that, we tried getting everywhere, and like that. We did a battle, or we did Battleground also. We tagged out in NorCal, we were supposed to tag at the next AWS show, Bart's birthday bash, but he wasn't available, so, that didn't work out. And, of course we want to tag at AWS, give Banditos a run for their money, Obviously they're a good-ass tag team, but, we could hold our own.
Definitely. If Bart is listening, Bart, this is Skits. I think the best thing to do is put Sasha and Che together and have them go against Los Bandinos for the titles. And how about we build a fucking rival with those two teams? It'll be epic. I'm just telling you right now. Because there's no other tag teams that are giving Los Bandinos fucking run for their money. So
yeah,
let's make that shit happen. Let's do it for the fans, huh?
Let's do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Bart.
I'll be there when that happens.
Shout out to Bart, by the way, and everybody from AWS. So, yeah. But, go ahead, Oz.
Yeah, I want to ask you something about Santino's. You have a Santino show coming up this Friday. You're actually the champion there, and I see you're defending your title against Tyler Bateman, which he's another guy I'm hearing around saying, watch out for this guy. What is your thoughts of Tyler Bateman? Because he's another guy just like you. They're saying you got to watch out for this guy as well. And they were like all over him when he finally debuted at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. And I saw all over on Twitter, oh shit, the Bateman's in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and I'm like, holy shit, So what's your thoughts of him?
Honestly, for Hollywood, it was a long time coming, man. Like, he should have been on there probably, like, since the start, because I met Bateman when I would do IWL, Insane Wrestling League, and, he was tearing it up with B-Boy there, having awesome matches. I don't know why, he wasn't really getting out much, or whatever. I don't know if, because, like, people talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, then people have reputations and all that just from hearing people talk. So, I don't know if that was the case with him, But to me, he's an awesome guy, super, super awesome. I love wrestling with him, and so, this Friday, obviously there's a little more at stake. So, you know, that's a match, you know, to look out for because I ain't going to give that title up, you know, at all easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely a show. I was going to say, it's definitely a show I might want to hit up this Friday, too.
Yeah, man, hit it up. You got the main event, you know, the whole company on the line with Chaos and Banditos against Sarge, Famous B, and Robbie Phoenix. So, you know, hopefully Chaos can take back what's his, man, you know?
Yeah,
that should be an awesome fucking match.
Yeah, when we had Tito on last night, we were talking about that match, and I was telling him this is kind of similar to that. If you remember back in the WWE, where the WWE was taking on the Alliance and that Survivor Series match, and you know that was a winner take all match, and this is kind of like similar to the same thing. It takes me back, like holy shit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that was an awesome. How would you say it? That was an awesome time, man. You know, for WWE when all those WCW dudes were there and all that.
Yeah.
Obviously, people always say, you know, they would do it differently, you know. But, you know, they did what they could, you know.
Yeah.
And but the fact of the matter is, Friday's pretty much the same thing. Winner takes all. And, you know, hopefully Santino's can take back what's theirs.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's another guy who's been tearing it up is Tito, you know. If it's with Banditos or if he's alone, you know, very underrated. You know, I guess he had a reputation for a little bit too, you know.
Yeah.
Until obviously, you know, he proved them wrong and all that, and that was that. That's all you got to do, I guess, is, you know, prove people wrong, you know, because people just hear things and then, they assume things. You know, you can never assume things until I'll just say, I guess you can never judge a book by its cover until you read it, I guess, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Before I pass on the sketch, I just want to let our listeners know that if you want to check this out, if you live in the L.A. area or you want to come to L.A., just come down, go to Bill Garnes, California. You can check out the show there, or if you can't make it, you can watch it on Ustream, the same Ustream that you guys probably watch New Japan, but this time you don't have to pay. It's free. So you can check it on Ustream, and you can see him defend the title there, and it's free. So you guys want to check that out. So, go ahead, Skits.
Yeah, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, this Sunday, Father's Day. Red Carpet Rumble. It is going to be a big event, huge event for the company. What role are you playing on Sunday? Do you have any clue of what's going on, or you're going to see this Sunday?
Well, all I know is that I'm in the Rumble, and I'm planning to win it, man. I'm in it to win it. I'm trying to get that title shot, you know?
Yeah, I think when we had Tito on yesterday, he was mentioning that, hold on, I kind of forgot. Is it for a title shot for the Heritage title or that new title they just brought up in?
You get a Heritage title shot, and you get a spot in the tournament for that new title.
Yeah, the United title, right?
Yeah, the United title.
Yeah, okay.
So obviously there's a lot at stake, you know. I mean, you could win it, then win the Heritage title, and then be in the tournament, and possibly even win that title. You know, you could be a double champ right there, so.
Well, I guess I could wish you luck on that, because Tito said on the show last night, don't be surprised the whole Vernon gets every gold. That means him winning the Heritage title, Nick Madrid gets the United title, the Rockness, I got the tag titles, and you got Ryan Taylor, the Mad TV champ. So he said it on the show last night. We wish him luck on that, too.
Yeah, but, you know, that ain't going to happen.
Oh! Hey, you better hope Tito ain't listening.
You know what? I'm actually hoping for you and Tito to get that stare down in the ring and just go at it. Like, I'm going to be looking for it. And I hope you guys somehow do this for us, and it'll be fucking sweet. That's hard to say.
Hold on, Skips, I have a question for you. Is that like a dream match or something, this guy against Tito?
I just want to see him and Sasha go, get these fucking AWS titles or get them or have a run for the titles.
Okay.
I appreciate that, man. But I mean, the only way me and Tito get a stare down is if he's still in there by the time I get out there, you know.
Oh. We're starting shit here in WH Radio, man.
It's all good to the hood. I love it.
I hope anybody that's listening, it's all hyped up for the show for Sunday. It's all hyped up. Yeah.
Championship Wrestling Hollywood was doing big fucking things. Like, we're going to be talking about this for at least 3 days straight here on the show. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, in case you did not know, Championship Wrestling Hollywood, Father's Day, the Red Carpet Rumble, it's kind of like the Royal Rumble. In case you guys were wondering, you got guys like AJ Styles is going to be there. You got Coco Cabana. You got Peter Avalon, Willie Mack. You got Brian Taylor, Joey Ryan, The Rockers Monsters, Matt Hardy, X-Pac. You got Jake the Snake Roberts who will be there. Jake the fucking Snake Roberts, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You got to be there. If you're in SoCal, go show some fucking support to these guys. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, please, man, show up. Perfect weather. You could show up early. The beach is right across the venue. It doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, I've been there before. It's pretty cool.
If you pay $50, you get to meet the whole roster and get a kind of first dibs at seats.
Yeah.
Real quick though, we actually have a call, 860 area code, calling in. Let's see what it says. 860, you're live on WH Radio. Who's calling?
This is Mark.
What's going on, man?
Not much. Just driving again.
You have a question for Shed?
Supposed to call in. This is the dude from last week or a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Knows me.
Okay. I'm gonna put you on mute, and I'll unmute me as soon as we finish with this interview. All right?
All right. Yeah.
Well, okay.
You taking personal calls during my interview, man?
I had no clue he was calling. I had no clue that he was calling.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is.
Let's just let our listeners know, if you guys really have a question for Chet, just call in and we'll let you in there. So we don't want to. For right now, let's just don't ask questions about WWE or TNA. Let's just give. This is for Chet right now. So unless you have a question for him about, would you like to wrestle Daniel Bryan one day? We'll let you do that. So yeah. All right. I guess I'll ask him my next question. Well, I asked the same question to Tito last night, the same question, and he wasn't sure, but maybe you might know. But I know in July 25th, Santino's and AWS are sort of having a joint forces show in July. And I'm not sure if you're going to be part of it, but either way, is there a possible chance that this show could be shown on Ustream?
Is there a possible chance it'll be on Ustream?
Yeah, the AWS Santino show in July.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they're going to do it that way. I wouldn't think so, just because it's at the Southgate venue. And all that, and, that way, more people will come,
Okay.
Instead of just watching it from home.
I actually saw the card earlier, too. B-Boy versus Joey Chaos. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got excited when I saw that, So,
yeah.
That's going to be good. First time ever, I believe, so.
Yeah, man.
That should be awesome.
Well, hopefully you're still the Santino champ at that time, and you could defend that title in that Southgate venue and see.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind I still will be champion. So you could expect me being there, hopefully facing somebody that'll give me, a run for my money.
And anybody that's listening, if this guy is still the champ that time, buy him a drink or shots, and if he still retains the title, just do that. Remember we tried to do that for B-Boy when we had him on, when he won the AWS champ?
Yeah.
Let's do the same for this guy.
I mean, I'm not expensive. Just give me a glass of water and I'll be good, you know?
Oh, you're straight edge.
Well, I'm not straight edge, but I just don't drink, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we'll come up with something here. A drink of water or a Coke.
I like candy. Oh, I like candy.
Yeah,
or
candy.
Cigars, man, cigars.
Bring him a fucking cigar, damn it, so he can come down with the Ray smoking that thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, man, this AWS Santino show is pretty stacked so far with the people I see here on the card. You got Rocky Romero's going to be there too.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. I don't know what he's got in store yet. Maybe he's even my challenger, you know? Who knows? Hopefully.
You got LaFisto versus Hudson Envy. That's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Somebody fucking book my boy Che Cabrera in a fucking match. Because if you don't, Bart, I'm going to complain.
All right. Hey, you know what's funny? I think you know what's funny? I think Skits even is trying to ask for the day off to go to the show. So.
Oh, because it's a Friday.
Oh. Yeah, it's on a Friday.
I'm already gonna take the day off to actually go to the show. So it's for sure gonna happen.
All right.
Well, that's good, man. Hopefully your employers aren't listening.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dodger Stadium doesn't listen to.
You know what's funny? You know what's mentioned about the Dodgers? This guy actually took a picture. I'm actually jealous of you. You took a picture with Zach De La Rocha. I saw that picture. I'm like,
yeah,
at Dodger Stadium.
I had to, man. I had to.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rage Against the Machine, and I you know what? People could slap me for this, but I actually spent $80 to go see them because I thought that they're gonna have a one-time reunion, and suddenly they did more shows. I was like, so there goes my $80 right there.
I mean, I think I even spent more when because they were playing in, I want to say 2007, maybe
the Coliseum, right?
Was it the Coliseum? I think so. Yeah, the Coliseum and the.
Yeah, I remember that. I got invited to. I was like, yeah, I got invited to that show, and I was like, I'm not gonna spend $100 just to see Rage. I mean, I already spent $80. Why $100? And there was like what, Lauryn Hill played as well and all that. I mean.
Yeah. And then after that, I think they played at Coachella.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, I'm never gonna see them. And then they came out at Rock the Bells, and that's when I bought my tickets, and that was the only time I ever got to see them.
Yeah, I actually did saw them at Rock the Bells. I did saw them at Rock the Bells. That's the same show when they played with Wu-Tang, Cypress Hill.
Yep.
So you were there too?
Oh, yeah, San Bernardino.
$80, right?
I think I got the VIP so I could get, like, the shirt and the backpack, so probably
I got the lawn for $80. Yeah, I was there at that show too. Yeah.
It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, awesome. But
and you know, I met him at that game, and I actually showed him pictures of you know, my gimmick and all that, just because you know they got a huge part. You know, they're probably my favorite band in the ever.
You know what? I think Zach is actually a wrestling fan, no?
I don't know, but he noticed. You know, the logos I had were like Rage Against the Machine logos, and he mentioned
he had to be because he did Jack Swagger's music.
That wasn't them.
No, that was Zach. That was Zach solo. That was Zach De La Rocha.
You sure? Because I heard it was a cover band.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Zach De La Rocha. It was not Rage Against the Machine. That's Zach De La Rocha's vocals.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely then.
Yeah.
Obviously, it sounded like them. Yeah.
All right. Skits, you got a question for him?
My next question. I'm going to ask the question that I ask every professional wrestler that we have in this show.
I know where he's going.
If you have the money and you are starting your own promotion and you're going to take 3 professional wrestlers in your promotion, and you're going to start your own promotion. Who are those first 3 guys that are in your promotion?
Oh, fuck, man. If I had the money?
Yeah, you have Vince McMahon money.
Oh. Damn, I could get anybody then.
Yeah, John Cena, Daniel Bryan, whatever.
Only 3.
Indie or anywhere?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. WWE,
TNA,
AWS,
what?
PWG, whatever. Ring of Honor.
Damn, that's a hard-ass question, man. Let's see. I guess with one, I would say Ricochet.
Awesome. Yes.
I finally got to. I was on 2 shows out in Arizona with him, and got to see him. Like, it's pretty unreal the things he does,
Yeah.
And I guess the other 2, let's make it a tag team. I'd say the Young Bucks.
Oh shit.
The Young Bucks, you got to put them in one because they're like a pair, so you got to have, that's like one.
That don't count as 2, man?
I mean, it is 2, but they're a pair. You can't go one without one.
All right. All right, the third would be, let's see.
I like this list.
Fuck. Let me see. So many fucking wrestlers, man. Whew.
Damn, that's a hard question, I guess.
Yeah, I'm stumped, man. I'm stumped. I thought I got the 3 already.
Yeah, Tito said John Cena, what was he said? Ray Rosas, and I think Daniel Bryan. That was his question. I mean, that was his answers yesterday.
He actually picked 4. Daniel Bryan and somebody else. I forgot.
But I remember
you know what? I would say fucking Cesaro.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's an awesome fucking list right there.
I mean, Cesaro's just, the shit he does is crazy too. Like, the strength, man. His strength is unreal.
Yeah, man.
You know what? I said at this show, I don't give a shit what people say, but that body slam we did to the Big Show, to me, was bigger when Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant. I mean, how the hell can you
hell yeah.
500-pound guy like that and just throw him in the ring like nothing? Like, holy shit.
And, like, Hogan just slammed him on the mat. Cesaro threw him over the top,
Yeah.
With ease.
Yeah. Yeah, and I understand back in the late 80s that was like, holy shit, because probably no one thought that it was impossible to pick up a 500-pound guy, So I understand back in the 80s that was a holy shit moment. But what Cesaro did in 2014, doing that at the Big Show, that's a holy shit moment. So what we saw with Cesaro and Big Show, that's probably, if we go back to the 80s, I think with the Hogan Giant thing, we would have had that same reaction,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I guess I'll ask you my next question. I want to ask you the question about the group you're in, the Revolution. It's funny, when I first saw your group with you and Sasha and Fidel, it kind of reminded me a few years ago when I tried to start a band, which we're Latinos, It was funny that I'm actually mixed. I got some Mexican and Salvadorian in me. So me and a couple of friends, like, because you're mixed, you're the Salvadorian guy. I'm the drummer. I'm the Mexican guy. He's mixed too. He's the Cuban guy, but let's just say he's Cuban and not half Mexican. And we got to look for a singer. Maybe we can find a Puerto Rican or something like that. It kind of reminds me of that. Yeah. So when I first saw this group, I was like, that kind of reminded me of that. So how did that all started? Like, you started having yourself playing the Cuban guy. You got a Sasha Russian, and I think Fidel is Puerto Rican, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I believe he Venezuelan.
Oh, Venezuelan. Okay. So, how did all that started? Like, who started this whole group thing, and it was pretty. It's pretty cool, you know, having like this different kind of race all team up in one, you know.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier with Sasha, you know, like when they told me they were gonna give me a group or whatever, he was the first one on the list, you know. And then, you know, we were doing that for a while, and then we were always told that, you know, Fidel was eventually they were gonna bring him back, you know. I had never met Fidel, you know, before all that, and then eventually, you know, he showed up to one of the tapings, and bam, that's when it all started, you know.
Yeah.
And we've just been on a good roll since, you know. He, I don't know if it would have worked with anybody else, you know.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, Fidel really completes us, you know. He's the tiny one, but the mouthiest one, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, that works. Like, you know, we're like, you know, like, how would you say, like in WWE, you know, you remember FBI, Nunzio was like the little guy, you know, and then he had like, I believe Palumbo and Johnny the Bull, you know, as like his muscle, you know, so, like, that's how it works, you know. He's like, I mean, he was supposed to be, I guess, like our lackey, you know, but he just fits, you know, perfect with us, where like he's an equal, you know. So it works out perfect with him.
Yeah, this is a little different because if you look at stables in the past that involved like from a different country, like example, WWE had Los Boricuas, all were Puerto Rican. TNA, they had Team Canada,
LAX.
which all LAX, you know, they had all were freaking like either all Puerto Rican, all Canadians, whatever. But this one, you have different guys represent different countries, and this is something original, so something we've never seen before. Not WWE or TNA never thought of doing something like this, so I got to give you guys props on that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Skits.
Actually, I have no more questions, but all I have to say to all the listeners, make sure you go to this fucking Championship Wrestling Hollywood show on Sunday, because I'm going to be there, kind of ditching my pops.
Aren't we all, man? Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Go show these guys support. It's going to be an awesome fucking show. Again, in case you guys are wondering who's all going to be there, of course we got Che Cabrera. He's going to be there in the Red Carpet Rumble. You got the Rockless Monsters there. You know, you got X-Pac there. You got Trent Beretta, Matt Hardy, AJ Styles, Jake the Snake Roberts, Peter Avalon, Joey Ryan. Who else am I missing? Willie Mack.
Trent? You said Trent, right?
Yeah. Willie Mack's going to be there.
Matt Hardy, right?
Cabana.
Cole Cabana. Just go to the damn show. It's going to be good. This is a hell of a fucking card. And I'm not done talking about this thing, because tomorrow we have one of the bookers. We have Angelo Trinidad on tomorrow to talk more about this tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, I definitely want to thank Che Cabrera for being on the show, and we will see you hopefully maybe on Friday. We'll try to make it out.
Either Friday at Santino's, Saturday at Vendetta in Simi Valley, or Sunday in Port Hueneme for Championship Wrestling, man. You got 3 chances to see me this weekend. So I got to see you guys at least once, you know.
All right. You'll see us.
Man.
You'll see us.
You before we let you go, you want to give out your Twitters, your Pro Wrestling Tees, anything like that you have?
Pro Wrestling Tees, I have no tees right now, so I'll bring those out soon, hopefully. As far as Twitter goes, I'm at El Che Cabrera. That's ELCHECABRERA. I mean, I need to get better at tweeting shit, you know, I kind of lag in that, but if you want to see pictures I post and stuff on Instagram, well, then follow me at Che Cabrera. And, you know, like my pics.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thank you for spending your time with us, man, and hopefully we have you back on down the road.
Yes, for sure, man. Hopefully I'd be doing bigger and better things by then, you know, and I could let you guys in.
All right, cool.
And
right,
get on Angelo's ass tomorrow for me. Push for me, you know what I mean?
Oh, we definitely will.
Sounds good then. I'll be listening to that one.
All right. I'm gonna.
Well, I'll see you the link tomorrow then.
For sure. I'm definitely gonna push.
Yes, do it, please. I'd appreciate that.
All right. All right then. Thanks for, like I said, thanks for doing this again, and we'll see you this weekend.
Yes, thank you for having me, guys. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Che Cabrera.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed having him on. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was an awesome show. Dude. Awesome show. Real quick, we're gonna take a real quick break, and we'll talk some more wrestling. We'll be right back at these messages.
Hey, what's happening, guys? This is Psycho Shooter Drake Younger from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, and you are tuning in to WrestlingHeads Radio, baby.
Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling, discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you three of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indie Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and Wrestling Heads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Skits. That's Oscar, and let's go ahead and put Bruce's boy on real quick.
Yeah.
You are on. You're live on, man. What's going on? Hey, yo, 860.
Mark.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was paying attention to the road. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
I was listening to your interview. Pretty cool stuff there.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler over here in the West Coast, and hopefully, you know what, guys like Joey Ryan and Brian Kendrick is giving praise to this guy, and hopefully down the road, you know, he'll go down in the East Coast, or he travels around more. You can see him, you know, wrestle live, because I've seen him wrestle live so many times. You can't believe it. So.
Yeah, we used to get that talent through tape trading. I don't know if tape trading still exists. It'd probably go the streaming route online.
Yeah.
Did any of their shows get streamed online, or?
This is Santino's show this Friday at Ustream. It's the same Ustream that you probably use in watching New Japan. You could download it. I don't know if you have an iPhone or any other phone, but you can download it on your phone, or you can go on the website Ustream and you can watch it for free. It's free. It takes place this Friday. I want to say it starts. Let's see, if it's 7:30 our time over there, should be like 10:30 your time. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So if not, maybe 11 o'clock your time is going to start. So, and he's the champion there. So he's going to be defending his title. So it's free, so you don't have to pay nothing.
It's always good when it's free.
Yeah. But anyways, Skits, you surprised me with this question earlier on Voxer about the Wolves or Davey Richards. He teased about a Slammiversary match.
Yeah. He actually, because they're basically not announced that they're gonna be booked. So he said they're booked, but it's not announced, and the tag team that they're going against is a special tag team.
Okay.
And the only special tag team I can think of right now is the Young Bucks.
All right. That's a good guess, but I heard the rumors that the Von Erichs kids are gonna wrestle. Do they have a match at Slammiversary?
Well, they already announced. That's the thing.
You don't think the Wolves might go against those Von Erich kids?
I wouldn't think so, because they're getting this match is like for the tag team titles. If they just come in right and like that easy to get tag team title match.
Well, out there in Texas, the Von Erichs are freaking rock stars out there. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me any generation of the Von Erichs get a tag title shot anywhere, even from the WWE. You know, they're just rock stars out there. So it wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, I don't like the decision, but it wouldn't surprise me they put the Von Erichs against the Wolves for the tag belts.
I don't know. I don't see it. I see Slammiversary is supposed to be TNA's one of their biggest pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I just don't see them coming in, you know, getting a tag team title shot unless it's somebody that's not saying that the Von Erichs aren't established, but the Young Bucks are a team that's been in TNA, and if they go back to TNA, you know, it would be huge for them. You know what I mean? It'd be huge for the company.
Yeah, and it is for our listeners. We're not saying the Young Bucks are going to be back permanently in TNA. I don't think they are going to go back right away because I know they still got to do Japan shows, and they're still carrying the PWG Tag Team Champions. So I don't see the Young Bucks going permanently right away, but maybe a one-time only thing. They'll do the Generation Meet thing again. So that could be a possibility too. I mean, they even called them out one time, so we never had no follow-up or anything since then. Who knows? Maybe this is the match we're finally going to get, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure if your boy Mark here has any comments on that.
This is TNA, right?
Yeah, with Dickie Richards, basically, he teased that him and Eddie Edwards will be defending their titles against a special tag team. And the only tag team I can think of is the Young Bucks as a special tag team, because those guys are something special. When I mean something special, these guys are ridiculous in the ring, and that's in a good way.
Yeah, unless we were going to try something like bringing Team 3 and, you know, trying to make something out of that, but that would be kind of like an old scale thing to do.
I don't think that's going to happen because Bully Ray's already booked in the match that night against EC3, so it definitely wouldn't be Team 3D.
Yeah,
if you think
no, go ahead, Tom.
think TNA history, maybe they bring in someone like you know, an old team they used to have there. Some, you know, like they will have like name value with the TNA audience.
Yeah, like the Young Bucks, who used to be in TNA.
Yeah, that could.
Yeah, and you know what? What was I gonna say? You know, it's funny. We still don't have any answers about MVP if he's going to compete at Slammiversary against Eric Young, because we all know he got injured. So somebody's going to have to do double duty. Either it's going to be
Bobby Lashley. That's the worst so far.
Is it for sure Bobby Lashley?
It's not for sure thing. We'll probably have to find out this week. So.
Okay.
But right now, Bobby Lashley's going to get Samoa Joe. And
okay.
You got Willow, a.k.a. Jeff Hardy, going against Magnus. James Storm against Mr. Anderson. Aries against Kenny King. And the Von Erichs are in action, it says. So EC3 against Bully Ray, like I said, and Eric Young supposed to be MVP. So, and are they still going to announce their like Hall of Fame at Summerversary like they always do? Yeah,
they announced it, or they're going to announce it this week. But who could it be? You know, I mean, it seems like, I think we said it about a year ago. It seems like they always pick somebody who's always in the career, like Sting and Kurt Angle. Who they're going to put in this year? I mean, who? Bully Ray?
Nah.
Team
Bully
3D?
Ray. But I don't know.
Scott Hall.
Yeah. Scott Hall.
I don't know. That's like
he can show up in a wheelchair, and drink.
That's like an insult to the WWE after WWE just had him in the Hall of Fame.
Maybe the tag team is the Outsiders.
Well, the Outsiders were in TNA. Who knows? Pretty much. Look, we can give out random names.
I mean, hold on. Time out. Why would it be the Outsiders? These guys are not in shape to wrestle.
I'm just being sarcastic here. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah. Bring in Scott Hall for the Hall of Fame, put the Outsiders, the tag team. You could get a cattle prod, and reenact the whole Goldberg thing.
Who knows? We'll definitely see.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was funny, but what you mentioned about the Outsiders, I was going to say, it seems they're like a team that could get in part of TNA's Hall of Fame. Like I said, it could be somebody who's ended their career or maybe already retired. So
let me tell you who it would have been. It would have been AJ Styles if he was still on good terms. But we know that where that is. So.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll find out this weekend, this Sunday. It's gonna be a weird one, because last year when Kurt Angle got in, it gave us an idea how they're visioning their Hall of Fame. So, it's gonna be weird. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Def. Also, today in professional wrestling, the Hardys, the Hardys and Briscoes are going to be going at it too, right?
Again?
It hasn't happened yet.
I thought it happened before. And one of the Omega shows, like a few months ago.
Or excuse me, the footage is up. The footage is actually up. The footage is actually up. The footage is actually up, so if you want to watch the match, I'll have it on WrestlingHeads.com a little soon. So you can watch the footage of the Hardys versus Briscoes if you're interested in that dream match.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a dream match to me. I don't know if that's a dream match, but
I mean, as a kid, for the kids back in the days when the guys were, younger, that was a dream match,
Okay. But this is a little head scratcher for me. A few months back during WrestleMania weekend, the Bad Influence were still part of TNA, and they had that Dragon Gate match. And then a few weeks later, they put the match out there. And now, Jeff Hardy, which he's still in contract with TNA, and then now there's footage of that match out there. I mean, is TNA allowing this? Because I thought due to their contract, they can't be showing their matches in anything. Like, that's why Joey Ryan at first stopped going to PWG because of that. I don't know. Is that something TNA is letting everybody doing, like just showing their wrestlers and other promotions and are they allowing this somehow?
I have no clue. I mean, it's on the internet, so fuck it. Take advantage of it. Fuck it.
All right, I guess I'll check it out then. I mean, did you actually see the match yet?
I see the video right here. I haven't watched it.
Okay.
Honestly, I probably won't watch it, but
I'll probably check it out and see if it is good or not. It's been years since I've seen Jeff and Matt together. I think the last time I seen them was probably when they were in the WWE, I guess. So,
spoiler alert. According to sources, there's two other guys that will probably be in the Money in the Bank. You want to take guesses before I tell you?
Well, let me guess. Two more got announced, right? So I'm guessing Bray Wyatt.
The sources, according to sources.
According to sources, I'm guessing Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt and Kane.
Fuck Kane. I don't know why you guys are fucking hyping up Kane like Kane is the shit.
I'm not saying I want Kane in, but it wouldn't surprise me if he gets in this match.
Nah.
I'm actually done with Kane, to be honest with you.
I think everybody's been done with Kane since he was a bald-headed some bitch in a fucking suit. But you got Bray Wyatt and John Cena as the word. So, and by the way, we got Bruce online.
Bruce.
Yo.
What's going on, man?
Just going out of church, driving the folks home.
Oh, I did not know you're a religion guy, man.
Yeah, hardcore. Well, not hardcore, not as much anymore. I was like one of the little altar boys that you see up there in the Catholic Church. I was there for like 15 years. That when your pops has cancer, it kind of makes you religious too. So.
Did they dress you up like Brother Love?
Say it again.
So did he dress you up like Brother Love? You know, with the red face.
Oh yeah, of course he did.
Well, you're like, I love you.
Ah, yeah. Pretty much with my face all red and shit.
Oh. Damn.
Ric Flair has been added to the WWE's Madison Square Garden house show in July, on July 12th. Daniel Bryan is no longer advertised for the show, so for those that thought Daniel Bryan and Triple H were really going to go at it, it has been removed. But Triple H is still being advertised. So for all the Triple H fans, don't worry. Right now on the card, you got John Cena versus Bray Wyatt for the U.S. title. You got Sheamus versus Randy Orton versus Del Rio.
Man, he's really fallen off the planet, hasn't he?
Who?
Del Rio?
Actually, Del Rio is part of the Money in the Bank, so he's kind of, making his steps back on the planet.
Well, I'm just saying, in general, really, for the past since SummerSlam of last year, he's just kind of been like a dud.
Well, didn't he talk about leaving at the end of this year?
Yeah, that's what I remember hearing too.
Yeah, I heard the same thing too, that he wanted to leave because he was not happy with his role, or he's planning to leave when his contract runs up because he's not happy with his role at all. So.
Well, it's because they're not pushing him. That's what he's so used to. Is like being put. He was being pushed.
Yeah,
to
and plus, remember, it's like a vicious cycle.
If he didn't speak up, then he wouldn't need to be pushed. But if he wasn't, if they pushed him, he wouldn't have spoke up. So I mean, it's a vicious cycle,
Yeah, and plus, remember when the titles had to separate? He was always around the world title picture, but now is no longer the WWE world title separate. He's no longer around that picture. So
you're right. So here, my question to you is coming up at Money in the Bank. Now that Daniel Bryan had both belts, and they're going to put it up at Money in the Bank, I hear all these people talking about, well, does that mean both belts are going to be up? Does that mean if the belts fall and one carries one and someone else drops, or the belt drops and someone else holds it, does that mean we're going to have two separate champs again?
Man, that would be stupid. I hope not.
You know what I see happening? I see some sort of like a Steve Austin ending where everybody's knocked down and Bryan comes out, climbs the ladder, and grabs them both.
Or Bryan comes back on, he's the one holding the belts?
Yeah, just to save them another 30 days to see if he can get well before they take him off him. Even though they stripped them, they'll just forget about that. When Austin did the double pinfall with it and he counted himself with the hands or whatever.
Yeah, I can see that, considering they really haven't pushed someone really super strong on a WrestleMania main event since Austin. Like, the last time someone went over super crazy, like on a WrestleMania show, was Austin and then Daniel Bryan. I mean, yeah, you had people winning left and right, but not to the point where they would be winning twice against major people, on one show. Yeah, I could definitely see that, because they're trying to push him in terms of wins and storyline wise, going against the corporation, I guess you could say. There would be no other better finishing than that, than by having Daniel come back, defeat the odds, and piss off the corporation again.
Well, my finish would be the lights go out, the lights come back on, and there's two people standing on the ladder, each holding a belt. One of them would be Daniel Bryan, another one would be CM Punk. That would be my finish.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that setting at WrestleMania, but I don't see two surprise returns coming back in the same match. I don't.
Yeah, Paul Heyman would be rolling over in his grave if that happened.
True, everybody would.
He was waiting to return now.
Yeah, if CM Punk came back, everybody would be rolling over. Everyone would just be like shitting a brick. Or if even CM Punk came back and he was part of the Shield, everyone would shit a brick.
That would never happen. I don't want that to happen. Even if he came back, it doesn't make no sense.
No.
It doesn't make no sense to have CM Punk, who doesn't really need the Shield, a part of the Shield.
I wouldn't say in terms of medium, but I would say kind of like when he was with Nexus, he helped elevate them. He didn't have to do all the work. He could rely on them a little bit. I could see the same thing happening if he were to join the Shield. And let's say the rumors are true that he was hurt on an injury when he gone and took a sabbatical. The rumors of like the reason why he was so burned out was because he's been fighting injured forever. Okay, so transition him. Go ahead.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about a rumor about him going to the Shield. That's the most ridiculous rumor I've ever heard. If that even is
you haven't heard that?
Last night, I never seen a rumor, never heard it, and whoever made that rumor needs to jump off the roof. I'll tell you this. You want to tell me? I'm gonna tell you some funny shit. Last night on Twitter, I tweeted, "Who do you guys think is gonna be the Shield's partner? Who's gonna tag with them?" One guy out of all of our fucking followers, one fucking guy. He said CM Punk. Come on, man. I think we need to just get off of Punk right now because it's not going to happen anytime soon. It's going to happen when we least expect it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way Punk is going to join the Shield. Why would he want to put Shield a third member in there? Why would we want to see that?
You don't think all the rumors of the Shield trying to get a new member is true? You don't think that's going to happen?
I don't know.
If we were talking... Good. I was going to say, if we were talking about the Shield when Seth Rollins was part of the Shield, and they were going to get a fourth member, maybe I can start, believing those type of rumors. But the rumors of CM Punk, and I'm seeing names like people want to see Dolph Ziggler join the Shield. Like, come on, people. Like, are you guys really serious about this? Come on, man. Nobody wants to see that.
If the Shield with Seth Rollins joining the Authority was going to be over, then they wouldn't be introducing them as the Shield. The Shield would just be done. If the Shield's not done, something tells me that they're not just going to become a tag team, they're going to find a replacement. Otherwise, the Shield wouldn't exist anymore. They just would have gone the separate ways after Seth basically, if Seth leaving didn't break them up, then they're going to stay together. Well, then they're going to need a third person.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is it going to be a 2-on-3, a tag team of the Shield versus the three people of the Authority? It's just not going to happen. Between Hunter, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton, they're going to need a third person to replace him.
What if it's Batista?
That would be in August probably, or September after he comes back. But what are you going to do during the summer? Just have them get their ass handed to him?
I mean, I hope it's not Batista because that always killed all the momentum the Shield had.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think it would just be a bad choice, but I don't think it would kill their momentum. I just think Batista's either been a loner or he's been with Evolution. I just don't see him joining a faction he's never been a part of before.
Talking about Seth Rollins, right?
No. Mark mentioned if Batista came back, I could see him joining Evolution just to eliminate I could see him joining Evolution or joining Shield just to eliminate Evolution. But then again, part of me doesn't really see Batista even. Part of me doesn't even see Batista joining Shield because that's out of his character. Shield is being known as the new upcoming guys, A, and then B, the only people the only things that Batista does is he either partners with the Shield or he does his own thing. He's never really been, cool to be bouncing with anybody. And he already did that, and it ran its course. So I don't really see him joining the Shield. I see him being more of a loner. Plus, Shield has always been about the new upcoming guys. Well, who?
My question is, who wants to see Batista? Not me.
He's got fans. He's got fans.
The third person for the Shield has to be someone hot, man. It has to be someone hot.
The Shield is gonna die soon. I'm telling you. The Shield. Give them 2 more pay-per-views, and the Shield is done.
You know what? I kind of agree with Skits. I don't think the Shield going around for a while, or it might well, but I can't see heading to 2015. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns still doing the Shield thing together. I don't see that happening at all.
Those 2 guys are the future. They don't need to be in a stable no more.
They don't need to be together. They really don't need to be together. They're already pushing Roman. They're pretty much pushing Roman Reigns right now. And
hey, what did Seth Rollins call him last night? The Golden Boy.
Golden Boy, yeah. And then look at last night on Raw. You have, pretty much. Roman Reigns just pretty much confirmed the rumors. All these rumors talking about Roman Reigns versus Triple H at SummerSlam. Well, that little mic thing he did last night, okay, he's going to go after Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, then he's going to go after Triple H. So that means you got 2 more pay-per-views before SummerSlam. SummerSlam, he's getting Triple H. Battleground, I'm guessing he's going to get Seth Rollins, and at Money in the Bank, he could be wrestling maybe a Randy Orton possibly, or switch that around maybe. You can have Money in the Bank, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Then you have Randy Orton and Roman Reigns at Battleground. Then he gets Triple H at SummerSlam.
Right now, the whole storyline is going to be all around the Shield, Seth Rollins, Triple H, and Randy Orton right now until Daniel Bryan comes back, and then all off them. That's what they're waiting for.
Yeah, and if I was the WWE, Daniel Bryan, they should have him return by SummerSlam. I know they want him in that big pay-per-view, but you don't want to risk him get another injury during these pay-per-views like Battleground. You don't want to do that. So if I were them, you put him in your second biggest pay-per-view of the year, and that's SummerSlam. Either it's a WWE title match or just a one single match against Brock Lesnar. Go for it. Just be careful with Daniel Bryan. Yo.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys see exactly what we're talking about, but you're definitely going to see a fucking Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins feud. It's a must. Like, these guys are fucking, they can go. So that's a must. You got to see a little program with those 2, but definitely the show's going to break up soon.
Damn. I'd like to run. I think it happened. I think it just ended a little too soon. I would have took it for another 3 months. Have Seth turn at SummerSlam.
Yeah, we actually lost Oscar for a second. How about we take another break and let's get back to some talk. Got a couple announcements too.
Wrestling, I watch that. Kick pads, I wear those. ACH, I am that. WrestlingHeads, I listen to that. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do.
All right. Yo, welcome to WH Radio. Today's show is brought to you by the good people down at WrestlingRambles.com. For the latest in wrestling news, in-depth blog, and hot topic discussion, hit up WrestlingRambles.com. Remember, it's not just any ramble, but a Wrestling Rambles. WrestlingRambles.com. And also special thanks to Ring Rust Radio and SLTDWrestling.com. Thank you for listening.
Welcome back. Gentlemen, WrestlingHeads Radio. Call us up 1-877 hashtag WH Radio, hashtag WrestlingHeads. Also, other some more of our friends you might want to check out. Make sure you guys check out WWE. It's the Weekly Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you guys check them out too. Listen to it and the indie rankings. Speaking of the indie rankings, I don't know whose phone it is with the fucking echo there. Can you guys hear that echo?
Not me. No, not me. I don't hear shit.
I hear that echo.
Anyways, I want to kind of go over this top 10 indie ranking, which is fucking interesting as fuck. This week, number 1 on the top 10 indie rankings, Ricochet. Ricochet was number 1. Number 2, AJ Styles. 3, Adam Cole. 4, you got Michael Elgin. 5, Nick Jackson. 6, Matt Cage. In case you're not familiar with Matt Cage, Matt Cage is he does a lot of work in AAW. You got Reed Bentley at 7. At 8, you got Melvin Maximus. 9, you have David Starr from the Juicy Product. And 10, you got Lance Ludd. You got some heavy hitters on the top 10 this week.
Yeah, Ricochet deserved that number 1 spot. That's all I gotta say. You know, we did it at New Japan. You know, that's freaking awesome, man. Yeah, man.
Ricochet's, we've been praising him a lot, not just here for the show, but our boxer. Just looking forward to see what him and Kota Ibushi got, coming at New Japan on the 21st of June. And that match is going to be fucking crazy. Kota Ibushi probably one of the best high flyers in professional wrestling too. Your thoughts on the match, Oscar or Bruce or anybody?
Okay, well let me speak about this. On the 21st, I believe that's the show, right?
Yeah, June 21st.
June 21st, y'all got to see this match. It's going to be great. It's going to be maybe. Well, no, I'm not going to say maybe, but it should be a classic. Will Ricochet walk out with the title? Who knows? But I will put my money on it because, he's been red hot lately. Winning the title, I don't know if that means that means if he's done with Dragon Gate Japan, but hopefully he does win that title and then he can have his name added to the list, of guys like Prince Devitt that won that title, So I'll be happy.
By the way, our buddy Tom is on.
What's going on?
What up, Tom?
What's going on?
Everything's good.
I called you up after the interview. Like I said, we'll get some East Coast people, and then I'll school you guys on the knowledge.
Oh.
but then we'll ask them. We'll be all right, we need you to come on West Coast time. What time East Coast? 11. Fuck that.
You actually did great yesterday in the interview, and I know you were familiar with Tito. You did great yesterday.
Yeah.
In yesterday's interview.
I just got a little busier tonight, but an hour of Tom is enough.
30 minutes actually.
Yeah, so I wanted to, since I first got on, comment about Ricochet and Kota Ibushi. I don't think that Ricochet is going to walk away with the title just because if you look at who won last year, Prince Devitt didn't win until, what was it called? I don't think he won the next show. I think he won, the next show after that. So he didn't wait just 1 month. He waited until the next month. I just don't think Ricochet is going to do it. I think Ibushi's going to retain. I think, though, they could set up a possible like rematch. You know, it could be such a good match that they want to bring Ricochet back and do some sort of rematch or do a triple threat or something. But I think Ibushi might retain.
Didn't Ricochet win the Super Juniors tournament?
Yes, sir. And he's going against the New Japan Super Junior heavyweight champion, Kota Ibushi, on 21st, which would be a fucking awesome match. I'll tell you that one.
When was the last time we had Ricochet on?
Man, it would be sweet to have Ricochet on, but never had him on the show. We've like never had him on the show, but it would definitely be sweet to have him on. I'll tell you that.
Holy fuck, yeah. Holy fuck, I don't know why. We've had Rick Swan on here before we had ACH. What the fuck have we had Ricochet?
Never had Swan either.
Look at Ricochet. Ricochet is so busy. He's
you know what? We should get Swan. Fuck it. He just follows us on Twitter. So why not hit up Swan? Swan, come on our show. Come on.
You know, we need to get Michael Elgin on the show and ask him.
We had him
on the show in the past, but we need to ask him about that mullet and how it feels to have it shaved. It's a sad day, guys. I think we need to take a moment of silence for that mullet.
But
we could put him on the phone and give him like a little 10-bell salute while we have him on the phone.
We play like a little package for the mullet. play some old school rock and roll for it.
Yeah. So Mark. I don't know why Mark hasn't talked in a while, but I want to get his thoughts on.
You hear me?
Yeah. Before we I take your thoughts, we actually have a Skype call. Let's take the Skype call real quick.
Cool.
Yo,
hey,
Skype.
How you doing? Good evening.
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot. I only have a couple points to make, and then I'll sit back and listen to the response. Nigger.
All right.
Wow. What the fuck?
Fuck him.
Wow. Somebody has too much free time on Skype.
Yeah.
Yo, that might be the most hilarious thing ever. I'll tell you that. The most funny
thing.
That was the most random thing ever.
Did that call for me?
That was the funniest thing I have ever heard in the show. Out of all the fucking shows that we've ever done. Funny guy.
Hey,
my girlfriend would have beat the shit out of him.
Damn.
He actually wants to hear
as long as he listens, that's the important thing.
Real quick, the guy wants to hear a response. I'm going to respond to that.
Fuck you, suck a dick.
Where
do you want my thoughts on
him?
You want to talk on something?
Now we got somebody else calling here with a 347 area code. I'm going to let you know right now, 347. I'm going to write your number down just for in case, so you want to bullshit on this fucking show.
All right.
347. You are live on WrestlingHeads Radio. Who's calling?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hey.
What's going on?
Hey.
What's going on?
You guys heard of the Field Negro Rapist?
You want to talk wrestling or what? Or you want to be a fucking dick?
John Cena. I think.
Yo, I gotta ask you, man. 347. Do you have like a dick shoved in your mouth? Because I can't understand you.
I got 347's number. So 347. Stop fucking bullshitting and calling because I have your fucking number now. And we have Dwight the Future, another Skype caller. Dwight.
Oh my God. What is this shit now?
I'm taking one more Skype call and then I'm done. What up, Skype?
Fuck yeah, they call me the Field Negro Rapist.
Oh, what up, rapist?
Fuck you, suck a dick.
You mother.
I love it. I love this shit. I love shit like that. It's fucking hilarious to me. Thank you for listening to WrestlingHeads Radio. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, but he's a rapist, so he might get, a call from the cops now. So he might have just, outed himself.
Yep. So wherever that person's from, hopefully not from New York. So Tom, save your butthole there.
I know most of the area codes from New York, and
what's the 347 area code?
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, look it up. I gotta say, I wish Chris was here. Chris would be going off.
He surely would. Shout out to Chris, by the way. He's somewhere in Florida. But
enjoying vacation.
Back to some fucking wrestling talk. But also on the top 10 of the indie rankings, you got AJ Styles. Like, he's number 2. Styles,
I guess I could see that.
Him and Chris Hero, they just had a match at House of Hardcore. So he actually won. This is the same one. The one that they just had.
They had one like 4 months ago.
Yeah, they had one in Ring of Honor too.
All right.
They've had matches, I think, in every indie promotion.
And he had a match with Kevin Steen the next night, which he won both. So AJ Styles has been red hot, and of course he's the IWGP Heavyweight Champ. So.
Shout out to Kevin Steen. I'm gonna get you on this fucking show if you like it or not before you end up appearing over in NXT.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that.
He already told me. He told me he would, but oh god, I gotta sit him down and just finally get it done and over with.
We got Adam Cole number 3. Like I said, Adam Cole on the Ring of Honor TV just had a match with ACH and defeated him, and he also retained the title against Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa is another dude who's been doing some big things in the indie scene lately.
Yeah, and he's going to be at the House of Hardcore show that we're going on Saturday. Against Joey Ryan.
I'm scared of that son of a bitch.
Where is that? Where's that show at?
In San Diego.
Okay.
You know what? What if he fucked up? If he grabbed Candice LeRae and put it through a table on that show on Saturday?
I could see him doing that.
I would love it.
I could see him doing that.
I don't know. We may see Candice LeRae going through some tables at PWG 11, Guerrilla Warfare.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? I'm tripping out maybe because the Latin side of me, and probably Bruce will understand it more, but I'm tripping out that I'm going to end up seeing Mil Máscaras this Saturday wrestle. How old is Mil Máscaras? Is he 50 or 60 years old?
He is way too old.
He's going to be like 80-something.
He's going to wrestle against Aaron Aguilera at House of Hardcore. He's going to wrestle there.
Dude, that's another guy that fell off the planet. Aaron Aguilera was all big and shit like 10 years ago. Now, fucking anyone, you hardly hear from him anymore.
Yeah, but
he
does shows around here. So I've seen him wrestle twice the past year. So yeah, he's gonna wrestle him at House of Hardcore this Saturday. So I'm like, wow, Mil Máscaras. So I don't know, man. That's all I was asking you, Bruce. How old is he? Is he 60, 50?
He's got to be in his 60s already.
Yeah. And just so listeners know, Mil Máscaras is probably like the Hulk Hogan in Mexico. So, yeah. I never thought I'll see him wrestle live, but it looks like it's going to happen.
Yeah, he's almost like, I want to say like beyond icon. He's more like, I mean, Hulk Hogan, I don't think ever really got to like cultural status, but this is like cultural status, like God almost. Like they look at him and see him like a deity almost.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Mil Máscaras is not my top 10 favorite wrestler, I'll tell you that, but I respect what he did in the ring, and and I like what he did in his career. He actually performed in WWE in the 80s and a little bit in the 90s. But, I mean, I respect what he did in his career and what he did with the Latino community. So, yeah, I guess I could say I'm honored to see him wrestle Saturday. So, I guess it's a lifetime experience for me to see him wrestle. So,
especially more so if you're Latino, Oscar. I mean, you and I can relate to that.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll be enjoying it. So it's just like the one lifetime experience. I can see him wrestle. So there you go. Máscara.
You might want to shut your eyes.
I want to shut my eyes.
I wanted to shut my ears when the first time I saw Ozzy Osbourne play, because he was old. And I'd never heard him play before, and I was like looking forward to it. Went to Ozfest, and it was like not good. Yeah.
Is that Mark?
You want to remember both Masters for what he was, not what he is now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well,
true.
I mean, I would rather have the opportunity to see an old timer than never see him at all. That way, I could tell my kids that, even if he's past his prime. I mean, yeah, he will. Time will eventually passes everybody by, but at least to have like the honor and privilege. I mean, shit, everybody should at least see Ozzy once, even if he's fucking 80 years old. But at least you can say 40 years, 50 years from now, I saw Ozzy before he died on one of his last shows. You know, even though he's past his prime, you still want to be able to say that. You still want to feel the honor. You still want to be able to pass on that story.
Yeah, I don't think that fucker's ever dying.
I got a question.
Keep going.
Real quick, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt. I got a question for Tom. I don't know if you saw Davey Richards. He was on another podcast, I guess, and he mentioned that him and Eddie will be going against a special tag team, and the only tag team I could think of when he says special tag team is the Bucks, because they're not booked yet at Slammiversary. It's not announced. Do you see the Bucks going against the Wolves, or?
Hold on, it's not the Bucks, it's Generation Me.
I'm calling them the Bucks.
Why would they bring in the Bucks just for one match?
They do it often.
It'll be good. It'll be good, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Plus, I don't know if the Bucks are booked that day. They have to be in Japan the next Sunday. So I don't know.
TNA puts on those types of matches basically as like exhibition matches. I could see them doing that with the Bucks, especially if the Bucks come out with like their one of the titles that they have from one of the promotions, just to basically hype up that this is a big deal exhibition match. Plus, they should announce it before the pay-per-view if TNA has any sort of brains, and they get the approval.
Sunday, right?
Yep, Sunday.
So they got to announce
it. Right. Not only should they announce it this week, but they should also mention the promotion and say, oh, this is the ROH tag team, or this is the New Japan tag team, whatever. At least whatever promotion that they're going to put down and say, hey, these are the tag team, or the New Bucks, Generation Me, or the Young Bucks are representing this promotion, then you can highlight the exhibition as being a much bigger deal as opposed to, surprise, it's the fucking Young Bucks, and everyone's going to shit on it because they didn't know about it in advance, so no one's going to buy it. And B, it comes off like a squash match to feed a talent to the Wolves instead of it making it like a big deal. I hope TNA can get the approval from management of whatever promotion that they want to promote, because hell, that's fucking free promotion. That's also, looking out for whatever company that you want to create a good relationship with. That's a perfect opportunity. I hope TNA just doesn't squander it.
Okay.
I don't know. The only reason why I said the Bucks is I can't think of no other tag teams unless they bring in a brand new tag team. They sign somebody new. I mean, he said special tag team. So who the fuck else?
I'm going to go back with Bruce, what he said, a squash match. I mean, that would be a slap to the face if they did a squash match. Oh, the Bucks getting squashed by the Wolves. I rather see a match.
Okay, so maybe I chose the wrong words. Not a total squash like the Wolves going over the Bucks in like a minute, but I mean like a feeder match. Like, in other words, you're feeding the Young Bucks to The Wolves, even if the match is a 20-minute match, well, if no one knows about it in advance, no one's going to give two shits, and no one's going to buy the pay-per-view. If you tell people a week about it in advance and saying, yes, you're having the New Japan Tag Team Champions take on the TNA Tag Team Champions, that's a big fucking deal. If I'm TNA, I'm going to reach out to New Japan and say, hey, do you mind if we mention you on our pay-per-view? New Japan's not idiots. They're not going to say no. They're going to say, sure, put over our tag team and, put them over across on TV. That doesn't necessarily mean they have to win. They just have to look strong. And I could see that totally being a big deal that people like you, me, Tom, Mark, anybody, Chris, would love to see that match, especially if both teams are going to be highlighted properly. This is TNA versus New Japan. Not necessarily like an invasion match, but just be like, yeah, this is a big exhibition match. And just leave it just as that.
And it would definitely help TNA. It would definitely help TNA.
Exactly. Because it's going to increase pay-per-view sales. That's exactly it.
Well, I think it's a good idea to think that it would happen. But remember, this is TNA we're talking about. This is a company that had the Young Bucks, and they pushed them for about a month or two, and then they did shit with them. And then they broke them up and brought them in for one of those one-night-only pay-per-views, and that's it. The Bucks I don't believe would want to work for TNA, even if it's for one match. I don't think they have a good relationship with TNA.
Okay.
I think the only reason they went back to Ring of Honor was because Jim Cornette wasn't there. Because they didn't have a good relationship with Jim Cornette, and they didn't like the way he was booking stuff. So once Jim Cornette got out of Ring of Honor, then that's when they started coming back more.
Okay.
So I think you guys, it's a good idea to think that it could happen, but I think we're giving TNA a little too much credit that they could think of this on their own. I think it's going to be like the Menagerie, probably facing the Wolves, or it could be, I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe it'll be
Chris Harris and Eric Young. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As for the Bucks going to TNA,
think about this. We've seen Gunner and what's his name, Sam Shaw, kind of working together. Knowing TNA, that'll be the tag team match. It'll be Gunner and Sam Shaw versus the Wolves.
I just want Davey Boy says special tag team, and if it's a special tag team, this team has got to be at least established. They got to be a team.
Not necessarily. No, not necessarily. TNA has a tendency to overhype. But going back to what Tom was saying, they have a history of booking the Bucks just for occasional one-off match or a one-night-only match. They've done that repeatedly. So I asked Nick, I was like, why do you guys do that? And they're like, hey, you know what, we were there before, and they had us on contract or they had us on pay-per-view deals, and we never got used, so we didn't get paid. What's so wrong with them flying us out there, us getting paid just to do one match, and then getting out of there? We're not opposed to doing that. That's what they're doing at a lot of places. They do that for PWG. They're not on contract. They show up. They get paid. They just don't have to fly in because they actually
PWG is different because you look at guys who have contracts for, like, Ring of Honor or contracts for, New Japan or contracts for Dragon USA and Evolve, and they can appear in PWG because it's not on TV, it's not on iPay-per-view, or it's not on regular pay-per-view like TNA is.
And if you're not a major contracted player, you're on a pay-per-view deal with TNA. They told us straight up, they're going to get asked to be on a pay-per-view. And they know that they're getting paid because they're appearing. They're going to be like, sure. They've told me, sure, why wouldn't I show up just to get paid and to do what I do best or do what I love? So I was like, okay, they don't mind not being in there and not being part of storylines. They honestly don't care. They're fine showing up and just doing an exhibition match. And I'm like thinking, okay, I guess I can't really knock that.
Well, all I got to say is hopefully we'll see what tag team will face the Wolves this week. Hopefully it's a good tag team, and hopefully it's not going to waste our time. So
Look, tell me this. I'm looking at the card for Slammiversary, and even if there was a Young Bucks Wolves match that was a 30-minute awesome match, that still wouldn't be worth the price of the pay-per-view. In my opinion, a TNA pay-per-view is, $35? TNA's not going to lower their ticket prices for supposedly one of their biggest shows of the year.
It's like their WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, this is one of their biggest shows. There's Slammiversary, and then there's, Bound for Glory.
To me, Slammiversary is like their SummerSlam. Bound for Glory is like WrestleMania.
True. Yeah. But still, it's a big show. It's not just, it's not just one of their, throwaway shows.
And that, and it could be just a reflection of the weak writing or the weak roster, whatever you want to take a look at. But if they end up putting the books on there, at least I'm going to say, hey, at least they're trying, and I'm not going to complain about it. And I'll give them props for doing it.
Yeah, like the card right now, I don't know what the deal with MVP is, but it's Eric Young versus MVP for the TNA title, Bully Ray versus EC3, Mr. Anderson versus James Storm, Willow and Magnus, Samoa Joe and Lashley, Austin Aries and Kenny King, and the Von Erichs, which is Marshall Von Erich and Ross Von Erich, which I don't know who they are. I think they're the son of Kevin Von Erich. Yeah. And they're facing somebody. That could be the mystery team for the Wolves, is the Von Erich.
That's what Oscar said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying earlier. That it could be the Von Erichs because that.
Yeah, and is that something you would want to see? A team you've never seen before take on the Wolves for the titles?
Well, if you think about it, Slammiversary is taking place in Texas, and out there in Texas, the fucking Von Erichs are rock stars out there. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's the Von Erichs.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? The Von Erichs have a lot of history in Texas, so why not this new generation of Von Erichs have a TNA debut in Texas for the tag titles against the Wolves,
Where is the location of the pay-per-view?
In Dallas or Allerton, whatever, somewhere around that area.
It would make more sense having the Von Erichs more so than the Bucks show up.
See?
Yeah.
He's fired the Von Erichs.
Well, we'll
that's
see.
Their stomping ground. Yeah.
On a whole other note, you guys, I know all you guys had to see the fucking top 50 oh my god incidents from last year, right?
Oh, okay. That WWE made?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they have a WCW one coming out.
Really? I'm gonna have to see that one.
Well, oh my god moments you can see with Hulk Hogan leg drop the Macho Man Randy Savage. Another oh my god moment, I don't know if it'll be in their list, but when Vampiro wrestled Sting in that Human Torch match, when he burned Sting, I was like, holy shit. And Sting fell off from the Titantron, on top of the Titantron. He landed on that whatever that was, that soft thing, and then they brought the fire extinguishers out and turned off the fire, and Sting was out for a couple of months, To me, that was an oh my god moment till later on you read.
It's got Shane McMahon, holding the WCW mic. It's got Vince with the Raw mic, looking at the Titantron like, oh shit. That is oh my god.
Okay, the
moment.
buyout.
Yeah, that's an oh my god moment.
I could see the appearance of Ultimate Warrior showing up. I mean, even though he was only there for 2 months, when he came out, that was a big deal.
Another one would be when Dennis Rodman joins NWO.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll see. Then I'll counter that with Malone and DDP.
I got a good one. When Mike Awesome debuted in WCW, when he was still the ECW champion.
Yeah.
That was a shocking moment there, right there. I was like, holy shit, Mike Awesome.
I was thinking when Kevin Nash broke Goldberg's winning streak.
Yeah, that was big.
I don't know, everyone was just like, what the fuck? It was Kevin Nash that broke it.
Okay, then I'll say the finger poke of doom.
All I gotta
say, all these bad WCW members.
this has to be like one of those DVDs that has to go straight to the network, because now you know, shit like this doesn't go straight to Netflix no more. So shit like this needs to go straight to the network to make the network even more fun. So I haven't been on the network that long. I kind of stopped watching the network. I need to get back on the Legends House. So yeah. What else we got going on? Oh, I guess the whole Dean Ambrose, Renee Young shit is out now. We fucking knew since last year.
This is breaking news. This shouldn't be news to anybody.
I mean, I don't know why people are just putting this shit out of them having a photo of them together. Like, we didn't know this shit. Like, it's just, we fucking saw these fuckers walking together, leaving, going to downtown LA, me and fucking Oscar. So it's nothing new. And I'm pretty sure everybody and their mama found out some other kind of way. So, The Miz and Ric Flair, talks of them two might be being on Raw next week. So, possible chance we'll see both of them on Raw. Fuck The Miz.
Flair finally got his got approved for his what is it? For his I'm drawing a blank. His physical. There we go. He's on NXT also pushing his daughter too after Charlotte made champ.
Oh, his daughter
made NXT.
and Natalya had a hell of a match, probably the best match of the night.
Yeah. See, and that's the funny thing is his daughter has been, in developmental not for very long, and not, it's only recently that she's kind of reinvented herself. She's already a better wrestler than The Miz.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
it's it's true.
I hate that The Miz uses the figure 4 leg lock. I hate it.
He does it. He
locks
does it
on
from the wrong
such
leg.
a weird way.
Well, it's because he does it from a different leg. I mean, Ric Flair does it from the right leg, and Miz does it from the left. It looks all weird because Miz is left-handed.
Miz is a bum.
And he oversells, trying to lock that on. Like he looks like Ric Flair when he used to put it on already looked like he was gonna, pop a blood vessel, but Miz just looks stupid. Oh, I hate it.
All right, do we have a few minutes on for this show? Remember, we did start it early today.
Actually, I'm glad you said it. We have 2 minutes left here on the show. We might as well close the show out.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let everybody know that me, Bruce, and I were working on some shit earlier, and we're working on a live video YouTube show soon. So, and hopefully we can get Chris and Tom a part of the show. Should be fucking sweet. And follow us at WrestlingHeads on Twitter, iTunes, WrestlingHeads, YouTube.com/WrestlingHeads Radio. Follow me at WH Skits. Go for it.
You can follow me at Sinister632 on Twitter, Instagram, and tomorrow, Go Kings Go! End this shit already.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You can follow me at Tommy Not Dreamer. And come on, you don't want it to end in New York. You want to end it in L.A., right? You want to do it on home mic.
Well, it'll be just to take it to New York. Bam, end it in your city. Now we're bringing the cup to L.A.
Yeah.
Just to stick it to them,
I think the celebration would be bigger if they won it in L.A.
Well, they did 2 years ago, and then nothing really happened.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Mark, are you still on?
Go ahead, Bruce.
Okay. All right, I guess not. All right, so go ahead and follow me on Bruce Kraft Jr., spelled with a K, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, LinkedIn, you name it, YouTube. Take your pick.
Shout out to Che Cabrera. Tomorrow we'll be back on live with Angelo Trinidad, talking some championship from Hollywood, PWG or whatnot, and until then, you got Skits, you got Oscar, Tom, Bruce,
Mark if he's still there,
and Mark. And Skits, shout out to Feminine. I can hear it from her.
Oh, Mark, if you're still there, plug yourself.
It's 22 seconds.
All
right, Mark, hurry up.
Yeah,
Please.
it's Mark, CJ Dark, Twitter, CJ Dark at Twitter. That's it.
All right.
There you go.
Until then, we're out. And, yeah. Peace. Oh, yeah. One more thing. For all the people that caught that bullshit.
Fuck you, suck a dick.
Peace.